I think students are absolutely and totally confused on how to prepare for NCLEX. NCLEX scares the heck out of them. It's like the elephant in the room. They want to do the best. The pressure to pass an exam that means whether or not you can enter a profession is quite, it's actually unbelievable, the pressure that the students come under. So they're always looking for guidance. They're always looking for something to help them. And as an instructor in the classroom, we have so many different levels of student knowledge acquisition and understanding that it's hard for us to just pinpoint one thing. PassPoint, what's helped us is the remediation tools. If we show the students, this is a tool for you to use that is adaptive to you. You've taken a test. You know what areas that you need help with, but you know what you're really good at. Let's use those remediation tools, the links that are in that, and we can help you really remediate and use a tool that's specifically built for you to help you as an individual pass the NCLEX, not help the entire class. It's really meant to help you. It's built for you. It's a tool for you to, as an individual student, to be able to prepare yourself for nursing practice.
One of the things that the students really liked about PassPoint was the remediation tools, the links to the Lippincott advisor that allowed them to remediate on the subjects right then and there. As they're reviewing the quiz, they can go through each question and link it right there.
I think that with PassPoint, the students seem to be, without a doubt, all saying similar things. They feel that at least they're not surprised with the exam, the way that is applied. When they go in and take the exam, they're not just shocked about the way that the exam is running. I think that that's really helps. I think also that they can kind of start identifying the different levels of blooms that's actually showing up in the actual questions. The other students said, some of my students come back and said, the remediation tools is the way I studied. I used PassPoint, I got my results from my exam, I hit the Smart Sense links, directed myself to that content that I had to review along with the concepts, and that actually helped me. That was hands down a really, really positive thing that all the students had to say. I think the other thing is, again, the fact that they were able to see or at least preview and get an idea of what they were facing was really helpful. In the past, again, they were so used to standardized testing that NCLEX is not a standardized test. It is definitely an adaptive test that they need to learn to take. I think also some of the other positive things that they said was the amount of different questions that are available. They really like the fact that they don't have to go to so many different resources and try to find more questions. This has a lot of questions and we keep adding them. So the students can get some really good information, and they also get to choose sometimes some of the categories that they want to test themselves on. And some standardized tests are not going to let you do that. PassPoint is individualized to the student. It adapts to them. I don't think there's anything in the past that I've ever used that was able to do that. The students get a variety of questions, different levels of Bloom's taxonomy that really helps them prepare, and it helps them with the concepts of nursing. We don't want to just regurgitate content. We want to be able to apply it in a clinical setting. The best way to do that is to show them what's really happens in practice. If they are able to use PassPoint to simulate a little bit of what's happening in practice with the different levels of Blooms, it really does help them prepare. I don't see anything else out there that in the past that's being able to do that, or currently. Most students are used to standardized testing. It doesn't individualize, it doesn't adapt to them. The standardization to me it's boring. The students don't want to continue to use it. They get the same questions over and over, and it's really just doesn't, once they've completed those questions, they're looking for more. They're looking for something else to do.
So the data provided by PassPoint was very helpful. It allowed us to look at each individual student about which questions they answered, which ones they got right, which ones they got wrong, and allowed us to see how they're doing and to allow us to pass that on to the student or bring that up to the student and provide tests based on those subject areas.
CoursePoint mirrors the NCLEX. It's adaptive testing. again, one person can take 5 minutes to complete a whole test, another person can take 2 hours to complete a whole test. It's a